Hello YouTube, Eugene Johnson here. Just wanted to do a quick video update and show you all what I got from the convention that I went to. The first two things I'm going to show you is didn't actually come from the convention that I was just at, but my girlfriend picked them up for me at a previous convention that I wasn't there at. I know you guys remember the video of my Texas Chainsaw Massacre metal lunchbox. I'm going to show you that's where the metal lunchbox came from. But the first thing I'm going to show you, this is going to remain in the box. This is my Texas Chainsaw Massacre diorama of the first actual kill in the movie. Leatherface actually hitting Kirk in the head with a hammer. I think they did a really good job on this. I mean, if you could, the camera doesn't do it justice, but I mean, if you could see, there's the ramp is there, and in the background, behind Leatherface, the actual skull room that he was in. And if you can see, there's some cowhide hanging on the door, and I mean, the only place you can't see it basically in the box is on the back, which there's nothing there anyway. But I thought they did a really good job with this. I'm very glad that I got this. And second thing is my Mezco Cinema Fear Series 3 Texas Chainsaw Massacre hitchhiker figure. Glad that I got this. Very cool. But yep, I've got a actually a NECA Pretty Woman, it's called Leatherface figure downstairs that I think he would be really good set up next to. But definitely glad that she picked this up for me. Very thankful. So there's that. And then the next few items, I'll get my figures out of the way first. This figure I'm probably going to wind up putting on display because he just looks amazing. That's my Friday the 13th Jason Lives Part 6 figure. And as you can see, he's very, very accurate to the movie. His accessories include his hunting knife, the metal spear that he had, and of course the iconic machete. Because what's a Jason figure without a machete? But I think they did an amazing job on this figure. Definitely going to display him with his metal spear. So very happy that I got that. That actually comes from the convention. Okay, and now for movies. This movie, Rise of the Zombies, actually my girlfriend actually gave me because it came in her horror block, and she already had a copy of it, and her son already had a copy of it, so they give it to me. It's the DVD Blu-ray combo pack of Rise of the Zombies, starring one of my favorite actors, of course, Danny Trejo. So very happy to have that. And I'm trying to speed through this, guys. I'm sorry, it's probably going to be a long video. But alright, next thing I picked up is called Prince of Pieces. This might be kind of an offensive graphic novel because basically it is about a zombie version of Christ. So yeah, I mean, basically the tagline is, for 2,000 years you've been eating his flesh and drinking his blood. Now it's his turn. But I definitely need to check this out. The creator and writer signed it for me. He had a table there. He also signed a poster for me. So that's Prince of Pieces. You guys need to check out the Facebook page if you want to check it out. Next one is a graphic novel by a couple of people named Douglas Brode and Joe Orsack. Douglas wasn't there, but the guy that did the artwork and of all the graphic novel was there, and he actually signed the book for me, which is really cool of him. Hang on, I will get to the signature and show you the signature. I know it's in here, but no, this is a pretty cool weekend. But as you can see, It's called Virgin Vampires, and right there where my pinky is Joe Orsak's signature. Really cool guy. He even sat there and told me that, if I ever decided to do a record, which I also, most of you guys know I play music. If I ever decided to do a record, to get a hold of him, and he would do the artwork for me. So that was pretty cool of him. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Virgin Vampires, I looked at it a little bit, and I think it'll be very, very cool. So we'll definitely read this and give a review on it. Okay, now to the movies. And then the special stuff. But okay, now to the movies first. Picked these up, basically, a cheese fest, independent cheese fest type movie. This is called Night of the Pumpkin. I just seen it and thought, get some popcorn and a couple of sodas and just sit there and watch, some good cheesy horror movie. Alright, now the next ones are kind of graphic. Well, not the covers are not, but you have to have an acquired taste to watch them. But they're classics anyway. Okay, these two, of course, Cannibal Holocaust. Very good movie. A lot of people don't like it, but basically it's been banned in several places for years. And I had to get it, so I picked that up. Also picked up Cannibal Ferox, same deal, been banned in a lot of countries for a long time. And plus, just outright, I'm a cannibal film nut, so I bought a box set of cannibal movies at the last convention I was at. Next one, very cool, classic, but extremely gory and extremely, kind of cheesy, but good movie nonetheless. It's called Pieces. They seen the success of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so they tried to replicate it, but failed miserably. But still, it's like one of those, cult classic type deals. Any horror fan knows if you've went into the old video stores back in the day, they always had these stuck in the bottom of the shelf, and you usually had to have an adult there to rent them. But next one is very, very special to me because not only is it one of my favorite films, but it's also signed by the man himself. The Toxic Avenger, and as you can see, it says, "To Eugene, Toxie loves you, XO Lloyd Kaufman." Very happy to get this film. Plus, it has one of my best buddies in it, the one that I'm going to be doing a movie with, who's Dominic Calvito. He's the little boy that gets his head crushed in the film. So very happy to pick this up. It was $10 at the Trauma Table, and that's where actually Lloyd Kaufman was at the Trauma Table. If you guys ever go to a convention and the Trauma Table is going to be there, definitely stop by. Very nice people. I actually picked up this shirt as well. As you can see, the Toxic Avenger. Very cool shirt. I like it because it's in comic book style. But definitely, if you're ever at a convention and the Trauma Table is going to be there, stop by. Very cool people. Very down to earth. Lloyd is absolutely an amazing man. He appreciates his fans first and foremost, which is absolutely awesome. And basically, you go to the Trauma Table. Lloyd Kaufman is the only man that I know that is giving out autographs. As soon as you buy something or you bring your own, he will sign it. Guaranteed. No question about it. But, okay, next, let's get on back to the movies. Next movie is a classic. It's called Beyond the Door. Very cool exorcist type movie. Possession type movie. Very cool. This is the unrated version. So we'll definitely be checking that out here shortly. I seen it when I was a kid. But just now was able to get it on DVD. So very happy to get those. Okay, last but not least, definitely an acquired taste. Before anybody sits there and gets mad and like, he's a freak. No, I'm not. I watch these things for years. They don't bother me. and it's, tell you the truth, it's a part of life that we all got to face. So, yeah, a lot of people probably have never heard of this, but I'll show it anyway. The Traces of Death 4 DVD box set. This is basically pictures and archived footage of surgeries, you know, and archive footage of basically, you know, cops dealing with robbers and all that stuff, and very gruesome, very violent, more real than any movie I've seen. But basically everybody's like, it's a snuff film. It's not a snuff film because a snuff film are illegal. They basically, a snuff film is killing somebody on film just for the fun of it. They don't exist. I'm sure there's been some in the past that might have existed, but no, this is not a snuff film because they wouldn't be able to, basically, you know, they wouldn't be able to put this stuff out. But everybody's like, well, that's disgusting. If you've ever went to any medical school or anything else, same kind of stuff they show there. So there's Traces of Death. The next one I grew up thinking was real and didn't rewatch them until I was about maybe, I'm going to say 17, 18 years old. Watched one once when I was a kid, and, you know, it didn't shock me like everybody thought, but, you know, like I said, I always grew up with horror movies and believed every one of them was fake, and come to find out after many years, it was. So these were actually a gift from my girlfriend Tammy's son Troy, and very happy to pick these up. Faces of Death, the first one on Blu-ray. Faces of Death Volume 2. Faces of Death 3, which all have the original artwork. Faces of Death 4. And Faces of Death 5. So yeah, very happy to pick these up. I had a chance to buy them many years ago, but never was able to because I didn't have the cash on me at the time. So luckily I picked these up, and they got them for a decent price too. So that's my Faces of Death collection, which I've got every single one now. And every single one of the Traces of Death. I know that's a lot of people's, you know, not into that, but, you know, that's up to you. Like I said, I've wanted them for a while and just now got them. Also, picked up a box that was pretty cool. It's like a box of dread. They're called killer crates, and the table that actually had them was the same table that my girlfriend got the chainsaw diorama and the hitchhiker from at the last convention, but she also brought these. These were new, called Friday the 13th's Killer Crates. They had a Nightmare on Elm Street, a Friday the 13th, I think Alien vs. Predator, and I think that was it. But anyway, I thought that was a good deal, $10. It came with a mask. Came with this, which I thought was very cool. It's Friday the 13th hockey mask pendant necklace. So it's very cool. And in this little vial, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but inside is like dirt and little pieces of leaves and stuff like that. That's supposed to be actual dirt and leaves from the Friday the 13th filming site. So got that. And also a Friday the 13th trading card. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, $10 for the whole box, which wasn't bad. Very cool to, you know, come home and, well, go to the hotel and open and see all the stuff. Which I've seen people wearing these necklaces all weekend. I was like, oh, that's cool, wish I had one. But, well, got the crate and I did. This was the last day of the convention too. Well, the last night anyway. Now the most important things, and then I'll wrap this video up because it's already getting to 15 minutes. But alright. The first thing I'm going to show you, at some conventions they have these things that you can do called photo ops with your favorite celebrities. And they didn't have too many photo ops. I figured they'd do a few, but they didn't. They did one, and the reason that I decided to get this one is because it's very important to me, because it was, of course, with Lloyd Kaufman, my co-star. But there's me between the two Toxies right there. That's my girlfriend Tammy, and that's Lloyd Kaufman. And for a lot of people that don't know this, my nickname for years has been Peanut, so it's what I've been getting a lot of people to sign, because it's what all my friends and relatives know me by. So, yeah, but definitely had to get this photo op because, like I said, it's very special to me, because, you know, I'm going to be in a movie with Lloyd Kaufman. Speaking of which, I hope you guys checked out the promo that I did with him. It's on my channel, so definitely check that out. Okay, now let's get to some autographs, shall we? Okay, this one's pretty cool because it was actually her birthday, and she was basically going, it's my birthday, you gotta come get a picture. So I went over to her table and got a picture of Miss Tiffany Sheepus. If you've seen any of the movies, like the 8 Films to Die For, she's in one of those. She's been in a bunch of movies, bunch of independent films, and also she was in Sharknado 2. And as you can see, it says, "To my favorite Peanut, you rock, love you, Tiffany Sheepus." Very sweet woman. She was really kind, and actually did some promo pictures with me because of me being in character for the movie. So she came over and she's like, "Yeah, I'll take pictures with you," and didn't charge me anything, which a lot of celebrities won't do that. They want money for pictures with them. So that's the sucky thing about conventions. But here's another great actor. If anybody has seen the classic Road Warrior, or for Weird Science or anything like it, basically in Weird Science he reprised this role, I always thought. But this is Mr. Vernon Wells. If you don't know who Vernon is, do a IBDB or whatever it's called, Internet Movie Database search on him. He's been in The Road Warrior, Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's been in some Power Ranger episodes because kids was going nuts at his table. But what I remember him from is Commando and Road Warrior. The Road Warrior is one of my favorite Mad Max movies. Love it better than the original Mad Max, so definitely very cool to meet him. And he put, "Peanut, today is a good day to die." Vernon Wells. Very happy to have this picture because, like I said, Road Warrior is one of my favorite movies. And Vernon Wells was a great guy to talk to. Very sweet guy. Next is a very cool picture. Glad that I got it. A lot of people will only know him from Dawn of the Dead and The Devil's Rejects and Halloween. But Mr. Ken Foray, that's him right here. He actually played Benny in Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3. The reason I got this picture instead of a Dawn of the Dead picture, which don't get me wrong, Dawn of the Dead is classic, but the reason that I got this picture was because I have a thing called a chainsaw wall, which is got all kinds of Chainsaw Massacre memorabilia, posters, and everything else. Speaking of which, I do have one of my posters downstairs is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 poster. And I actually got Chop Top from Part 2, Bill Moseley, also known as Otis from, House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects and Texas Chainsaw 3D very recently. He was actually at the convention and he signed my poster for me. But this next picture is the most awesome picture I got this weekend. Very, very thankful that I got it, and very, very thankful that he had these pictures. Mr. Pinhead himself says, "To Peanut, see you in hell, Doug Bradley." My girlfriend Tammy actually wound up getting a picture from Nightbreed, but Nightbreed's a good movie, I do have to say, but and they actually had a 15-minute conversation about it, which was pretty cool. But I had to get what I grew up on, and that was Hellraiser, because I grew up on the Hellraiser movies, very classic movies. If you haven't seen Hellraiser, you definitely need to check out Hellraiser. Very cool movies. But anyway, guys, that's my autographs that I got this past weekend. Definitely had some fun times. If you guys haven't, I really suggest you check out my promo video with Lloyd Kaufman. It's on my channel. I uploaded it yesterday. I was planning on doing this video yesterday, but wound up getting sleepy. So I just, went to sleep because it was a long ride there and back. I think it was 9 to 10 hours. When we was going up there, it took 12. So, because of a driver. So, anyway, guys, I just wanted to say, thank you for enjoying my channel. I hope you guys still love my content that I'm putting out. If you guys have any suggestions for anything, if any reviews you want me to do, just, let me know in the comment section or whatever. Plus you can add me as a friend on Facebook if you want. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to say I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you very soon, and you all take care. This is Eugene Johnson, aka Mortician Man 24, saying keep it horror.